island of Sodor, an island between Bower Hill and Isle of Man. With such wonderful sights, like you could smell salty air of the beaches, such splendid view of valleys, and much sights you have ever seen. And the island also has talking trains, vehicles, and other transport. And I wonder who's that popping down the track. Did you? Oh yes, it's Thomas! Hello, Thomas. Beep beep. Hello everyone. Welcome to the island of Sodor, where you could hardly wait to see.
Gordon is the big express engine who works on the island of Sodor. His favourite thing, as you know, is pulling the express, because it makes him feel really important, and he can't be bothered to do any other job. The Fat Controller always knows that Gordon proves to be really useful, and knows that sometimes he often gets into trouble, and is often awkward. One morning, Gordon was in the yards having a long rest. He had pulled a big express, which was usually just 3 coaches, since he can't pull 5 now because of what happened with the safety valve.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you, everyone. I know that I have been the most really useful engine on Sodor. And of course, the world. Oh, yes. It's really been a grand day for me. Yes, it is really...
Wake up, fat face. It's work time for you, not sleeping, so stop being Mr. Lazy and do some work.
No, I am not being Mr. Lazy, thank you very much. I was just, daydreaming.
Daydreaming? About what? Being the world's best engine? Well, don't let me, stop you daydreaming. You just go back to sleep for the rest of the day.
Well, I never! That Henry is too big for his wheels. Fancy teasing me like this. I'll show that green sod. Me? Having an accident? Never. I'm not as clumsy as you. I can pull the kipper in double quick time and would never have an accident. As you will find out soon in the next 4 seasons.
Charming. I'd like to see that.
Well, aren't jammed whistles blocking the turntables and burst safety valves accidents?
What? How did you hear about this, Percy?
Well, Henry told me about all this last night, and it made me laugh. Fancy, you of all engines having a burst safety valve and being a tank engine for a day and giving us all earache.
That big green sod.
Well, haven't you really had a big accident yet?
No, indeed. High spirits, you see. It might happen to any engine, but to off the rails, like Henry with the flying kipper, will I ask of you, Percy, is that right? Is it decent? Well, do you know?
No. Looks like I'm off to work. Goodbye, lazy bones.
He just doesn't seem to understand a single word I said.
A few days later, it was Henry's turn to take the express. Gordon watched him getting ready and gave him a suggestion.
Oh, and one more thing before you go.
What is it now?
Remember to be careful. You're not pulling the flying kipper now. Mind you keep on the rails today.
Whatever. Big blue mouthy moron.
Henry had coupled up to his coaches and snorted away with them. After he'd gone, Gordon felt very better.
Finally, now I can sleep in peace.
But not for long. His driver walked to him with some important news from the Fat Controller.
Wake up, Gordon, you sleepyhead. The special train is coming, and we're to pull it. Then you'll get some sleep later.
Is it coaches or trucks?
I'm afraid that we had to pull trucks.
Trucks? Trucks? Never!
Oh, don't be silly. We have to do. It's that fat controller's order.
I don't care about his bloody orders! So leave me alone!
Fine, Gordon. Do what you want. We'll gotta fire you up to get you ready.
Oh yeah, see if I care. I'm not moving 1 inch. Not for trucks anyway. Dirty, troublesome things.
So the driver and fireman lit Gordon's fire, but the fire wouldn't get light.
Frankie, I've tried everything, but the blooming fire won't light.
You're right, Eddie. Let's think of something else that'll help. Eddie? I had an idea. I'll go and get Edward to help us. He's always been working hard on this railway.
What a terrific idea, Frankie. I'm sure he'll do.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, Edward was just about to have some rest after his work in the yard, when Gordon's driver walked up to him.
Gordon is refusing to do his work, and his fire won't light. Would you come and push him to Vickerstone Yard?
Well, of course I'll help.
Oh God, it's Edward.
Don't you worry, Gordon. We'll get you to Vickerstown in no time.
I won't go. I won't go. I won't go!
Ah, don't be silly. We're here at Vickerstown.
In no time at all, Edward had pushed Gordon onto the turntable.
Oh, I must be off to get some rest. Goodbye, Gordon.
Well, if it isn't Gordon, the big lazy engine who dozes all afternoon while we work.
Oh, shut up, James. You'll just see how important I am.
At last, Gordon's fire was finally burning nicely and making steam. Gordon's driver turned the handle to turn the table around, but Gordon was very cross and didn't care what he did next. He waited till the turntable was halfway round.
I'll show those engines. They should give me some respect.
Hey, Gordon, you should wait till we're finished turning you around.
Listen, you. I don't bloody well care. So kiss my sorry tender, then I'm out of here.
Hey, wait! You're going the wrong way!
What the? Oh, bloody hell! Somebody get me out of here! Can you hear me? Get me out!
Nope, not a hope. You're stuck here, you stupid engine. I'm sorry, but don't you understand that?
So they telephoned the Fat Controller and told him what happened.
What? Gordon didn't want to take the special train and ran into the ditch? Oh, that big blue know-it-all idiot. Anyway, what's that you say? The special's racing? Tell Edward to take it. Here's a railroad. And as for Gordon? Oh, just leave him where he is. We haven't got time to bother with him right now. Okay. Bye. Oh, that bloody big blue horn. I know he can be awkward at times, but this is just too much. Whatever will happen next.
Later, some children were just going to school when they saw Gordon stuck in the ditch.
Oh, that big one was stuck in the ditch. Hey, doesn't he look silly? You'll never get him out. I know. How about sing a song?
So they began to sing.
Silly old Gordon down in the ditch, down in the ditch, down in the ditch. Silly old Gordon down in the ditch, all Monday morning.
This is so humiliating.
Oh, we better go. Our teacher will get cross if we're late.
Yeah, come on.
Gordon lay in the ditch all day. It had been hours, but he felt it was forever.
Oh, dearie me, I shall never get out. It's been hours.
Later that evening, help was finally on its way. The cranes had lifted Gordon with some help with spotlights and powerful jacks. The workmen had put a road of sleepers under his wheels to keep him from being stuck in the mud. James and Henry came to the rescue with some wired ropes, which fastened to his back end. Then they had to work hard pulling him out.
Come on, Henry. Pull.
James, as hard as I can!
At last the two engines had helped Gordon safely back onto the tracks. Late that night he crawled back into Timmer's sheds. He felt really silly, and to make matters worse, the Fat Controller came to see Gordon and spoke sternly to him.
Gordon, you've been a really naughty engine. You caused a lot of trouble today and not pulling the special train.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
So, after your silliness ideas to get away with it, I decided that you're not pulling the express for the next 2 weeks. You will take slow goods trains instead of Henry and James. Perhaps this will teach you a lesson.
Then he walked sternly away.
Oh no, what have I done? Now I have some real punishment to worry about. Pulling slow goods trains? Oh, the shame of it!
The next morning, Gordon was soon being cleaned.
Hey! Mind my eyes! An important engine needs to see clearly, you know?
Oh boy. Wow, I never thought I'd see it. Gordon actually being cleaned. Shall I call you Sudson? Oh well. See you, Soapy. I have to go pick up some passenger trains. Goodbye.
But Gordon didn't say anything. He was just still sulking until he got cleaned. And later, Gordon had to take the slow goods trains to Lower Tidmouth Station.
Goods trains! Good trains! Ugh!
At Lower Tidmouth, Thomas the Tank Engine had just dropped off with his last passengers for his branch line run when he saw Gordon shuffle in with some slow goods trains.
What the heck is that funny smell? You two? You smell a smell?
We can't smell a smell, Thomas. Are you sure there's a smell?
Yes, but it's strange. Where the heck is that funny, musky sort of smell coming from?
Oh, bugger! First James teased me, and now you! An important engine like me will not tolerate such teasing from little engines. Especially from you, Thomas.
Ah, I know where that smell is from. Annie? Clarabelle? You know what I think it is?
No. What is it?
Oh, it's just ditch water.
Pah! Silly little engine. What does he know?
But before Gordon could say anything else, Thomas puffed away, being cheeky. And Danny and Clarabelle could hardly believe their ears.
He is dreadfully rude. I feel quite ashamed. And he's dreadfully rude. You mustn't be rude. You made us ashamed.
Oh, pah. What makes you two think? You're only just characters with no brains after all. That was funny. Hey, girls?
I can't believe it! Me neither. We may know Thomas as our gentleman engine, but Gordon is more important, as we'd agree.
Ah, well, I gotta go. See you later, girls.
Thomas had left his faithful coaches at the station and went to the mine for some trucks. A long time ago, miners digging for lead had made tunnels under the ground. Though strong enough to hold up trucks, the roofs couldn't bear the weight of engines. One day, a large notice had been everywhere to warn them not to enter the area. It read, "Danger! Engines must not pass this board."
What a stupid old board anyway. There's no danger here.
Come on, Thomas. You'll end up having an accident if you ignore the warning. Suddenly, Thomas had a naughty idea.
If I pass the points, maybe I'll prove there was no danger around the mine.
There, I just heard the points.
Good man. But let's make sure if there's...
Now.
Oh! No trouble.
Hurrah! Finally, success!
Look out!
Oh, it's quite safe to me.
Get back here at once, Thomas! Don't be daft. You know I can't reverse back until season 8 onwards.
Oh my god, it's crumbling! Ah! Ah! Fire and smoke as well as cinders and ashes! I'm so good I can't get out! Oh dear, I felt like I'd been a silly engine.
You're right there, you silly engine. We can't even reverse you out either.
And you're a very naughty engine too, Thomas.
Oh no, it's you-know-who.
I heard that, and I saw you from just arriving here. What in God's name were you playing at?
Oh, just please get me out, sir. I promise I won't be naughty again.
I'm not sure about that. As your driver just said, you can't reverse out, and we can't lift you out with a crane, or rocky unfortunately. The ground's not firm enough. It would be much too dangerous. What we need is someone to pull you out, which is firm enough for the ground isn't so hard to get here. Let me think for a moment. I got it! Maybe, if possible, perhaps Gordon is firm enough to pull you out.
I guess so, sir. Oh no, Gordon is surely going to laugh at this.
But he didn't want to meet Gordon just yet. The Fat Controller drove back to the sheds to see Gordon and told him the urgent news.
Thomas is stuck. He fell down a mine, and I need your help to get him out. You're the only engine not doing much at the moment, and I'm sure you're firm enough for the grounds around the mine.
Alright, sir. I'll see what I can do.
That's a good engine. Get your rescue cable. That should do the trick. Although it's more useful for pulling engines out of mines than banks.
Down the mine, is he? Serves him right.
Oh no.
Whoop whoop! Well, Thomas, we'll have you out in a couple of puffs. Anyway, I heard you fell down a mine. Oh, what a joke. But don't you worry, I'll see if I can get you out.
Haha, very funny. Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, I hope I don't fall any further.
Strong cables were fastened between the two engines.
Right, you ready, Gordon?
I'm ready, sir.
3, 2, 1, E! Come on, Gordon, keep it up.
Yes, Gordon, you can do it.
At first, it was all harder than they all thought, but with the biggest puff Gordon ever had, he finally pulled Thomas out to safety.
Thank God I'm out again. Anyway, I'm sorry I was cheeky.
Phew! That's alright, Thomas. You've already been so funny that you made me laugh. Anyways, I'm in disgrace for falling into that ditch the other day. It's like I'm feeling very low right now.
You're telling me I'm in disgrace too.
Why, so you are, Thomas. We're both in disgrace. Well, shall we form an alliance then?
Huh? An alliance? What is it?
An alliance. United we stand, together we fall. You help me, and I'll help you. So how about that, Thomas?
Right you are, big blue mate.
Good. That's settled then, little blue friend.
And so buffer to buffer, the Allies took back to the sheds. Feeling respect for one another is better than teasing and getting into trouble. But when evening came, they started to worry while going back to the sheds.
Oh, Thomas, I hope the Fat Controller will forgive us after all. We did have our terrible accidents.
And we forgive each other, like good friends should. You know that, Gordon. Anyway, I also hope that the Fat Controller would forgive us too.
When they got back to the sheds, they were surprised to see the paint pots and painters.
Bust my buffers! What's happening?
We're painting at sheds.
Yes, it's because of the Queen is coming to see the wonderful sights on Sodor.
How exciting!
Less yapping, more painting, lad.
but the engines were all thinking of who would pull the royal train.
Oh dear, I'm really getting too old to pull important trains.
I'm feeling too guilty. The Fat Controller would never choose me.
Simpletons. He'll choose me, of course. I am the splendid red engine, after all.
Oh yeah? Well, beat this. Because I've just had a new coat of paint, so the Fat Controller will ask me to pull the train. You'll see.
After getting repainted, Henry was having a lovely day until it started to rain.
Ugh. At least I'm under the station roof, not a dirty tunnel.
Phew, thank God that would keep us dry. Paul!
Yeah, you said it, Ted.
Ooh, I can't wait to pull the train.
But his excitement wouldn't last long as it blew the big cloud of steam. It blew so much that the painter lost his footing on the ladder.
Sacre bleu, I can see.
Ooh, that's a bit high.
Yeah, because you shot no steam at me. Now I have to go get some more bloody paint. Goodbye.
Oh my, Henry! Looks like you got white after all, as well as being green with red stripes.
Be quiet. Just wait till I get my wheels on you. Oh, hello, sir.
Henry, you know you look like a nice cake. But I don't think that will do for a wild train. So, I'll have to make the other arrangements.
That's not fair. Oh well, I just better get clean, I suppose.
Later, while thinking of the Fat Controller and if he would ever forgive them, Thomas and Gordon saw him arrive and both engines began to speak.
Please, sir.
Alright. One at a time, please. Thank you. Gordon, what have you got to say?
Sir, may Thomas have his branch line again?
Now, Thomas, what have you got to say?
May Gordon pull the express again as well. Well, if you've not given our original routes to someone else.
Are you both apologizing for your incidents?
Yes, sir, we have, sir. Because I know that I have felt silly for being rude to the other engines, for spoiling my dream of pulling the express and looking grand a few days ago, and then I end up getting in trouble myself. Please forgive us, sir.
Okay, that'll do. You two are indeed forgiven, and I'll give him back your daily routes. Speaking of looking grand, I had a special job for you two. As a special treat.
Yes, sir. Go on.
While Edward will be in front to clear the lines, Thomas will look after the coaches, and Gordon, you will pull the special train as you wished for.
Oh, thank you, sir.
A few days later, the rain subsided, and the engines worked hard bringing people from the town to the big station. Thomas had sorted the coaches into the right places.
Yeah, so that's that all sorted out. Now to see how things are going for the Queen's arrival.
At long last, all was soon ready. Edward soon steamed in with his smart bright paint.
The Queen is coming.
Then, as the signal moved down, the engines had heard a familiar whistle. They recognised it. It was Gordon bringing the Queen with his paint looking spotless and his bash shone in the sunshine. He glided into the station, slowing down and stopped. The Fat Controller stood to attention.
Welcome to the railway, Your Majesty.
Thanks for the splendid run. We would like to see all your engines on the railway, if you please.
Certainly, ma'am.
So the Fat Controller led the Queen to see all the engines.
They're coming!
But Percy and Toby were too excited to care, and Percy shouted,
3 cheers for the Queen!
Stop that awful racket!
but the Queen didn't mind, and all the engines still whistling with pride. and later when it was time for the Queen to head back to London, she spoke especially to Thomas, who fetched her coaches, then to Edward, and then finally to Gordon, who got ready to take her away.
Finally, it is like a dream. I'm feeling so grand.
Don't forget that you also had friends like us.
Yes, Gordon, but we'd all agree that you are really as grand as ever.
Soon when the guard blew his whistle, the fat controller smiled to Gordon as well, even for being really useful despite his naughtiness. He still felt as grand as he ever is, and no engine ever felt prouder than Thomas and Edward and Gordon the big engine.